Hey, it's me again. I am back to do a video, and I'm back to doing a very special review, but it's gonna be 3 reviews in one. Basically, the review I'm doing is This Is England. It happened to be one of my new all-time favourite films. It's not my top, it's in my top 10, but it's an amazing film. It's directed by Shane Meadows and starring Thomas Tedous. I think I've got his name right. So we'll talk about the movie first, and then the 2 TV spin-offs, the 2 series spin-off. Basically, I'll just give you a quick review. Basically, it stars Thomas Tedous as Sean. He's a 12-year-old boy, and he's not long lost his dad in the Falklands War. And him and his mum are trying to survive. And his mum's trying, she's trying her best to afford stuff for him. And basically, he gets picked on in school by a load of stupid boys, all because he's wearing a pair of flirty pants that his dad bought him. So he ends up having a fight in school and he got a bit peed off with it and just starts walking home, and he encounters this little gang that's in this tunnel, led by Woody. Woody's just so funny. Woody's like, oh, what's the matter? Like, come and sit with us, tell us what's happened. And like, he got picked on at school, and then this chubby lad called Gadget comes up to him, he comes back and then starts picking on him and like over his pants. And then Sean runs off, because he got a bit pissed off, because he goes, it's not fair, everyone's picking on me. So next thing happens, it's a couple of days pass, and Woody sends Gadget to Sean's house and says, listen, can you come out with us? We're gonna play a game, we want you back, and we want you in our gang. I just want to say sorry and all this. So the day goes well. He meets up with Woody and Gadget and all the other guys, and basically they get to this abandoned, it looks like an old school, and everyone's hiding from Gadget, and then they all start shooting stuff at Gadget, and Gadget out the blue decides to punch Sean. And then Woody just kicks off on Gadget, saying, it's not fair, you've got no right attacking Sean like that. It's well, our last is bang out of order. So that's one scene. Then there's another scene where they're at a party, and it's Smell, which is short for Michelle. It's her birthday, and she likes Sean. So they go off into this shed thing, and they start kissing each other and whatnot. And they didn't get up to no funny business. And then when they get back in the room, Woody and Lol are surprised to see Combo back. And Combo plays a very interesting part in this film as well. So when Combo comes back, he brings this guy with him, and it's his cell buddy. So they all get along, and then Lol and Woody get off, because Woody doesn't want to get involved with anything. And then they have a good time, have a few drinks, and that's it. And then the next thing happens is, in another scene, is this is the scene where I can watch it, but I just find it's one of them tense moments where they all go to Combo's flat and they're all smoking weed and like they're getting high, and Gadget's that pissed that he and Smell go off. Like, Smell drops him off home, and there's Combo, the fella, another guy who you probably remember from the film Mum and Dad, who's like a crazy dad. He's in it, and then there's like Combo, Sean, Combo, Sean, the guy that he comes out of jail with, and then this coloured guy called Milk. Well, he's Jamaican, and Milk goes on like that because it was Milk that supplied the drugs, and basically Milk said, you can always come to ours for something to eat, it'll be really nice and that, and which sparks a rage in Combo, because Combo is a racist, and Combo just punches and basically attacks Milk. Just keeps on punching and punching and punching him, and Sean's trying to get him off. So, and that's like near enough like the end of the film, like, and it was just really like upsetting it, but it's just like, and also it basically like it's set in South Yorkshire in 1983 as well. Forgot to mention that, where they're wearing all the Doc Martens and they're having all the hair shaved off and everything. It's a good film. I highly recommend it. I do score this film top marks, 10 out of 10. It is amazing. So that's my review on the movie itself. Now the TV spin-off, it's set 3 years after the first TV spin-off, which is This Is England, 86. And basically what happens is, I'm not going to tell you all the stuff that happened. Sean's like finished their exams and all that, and his mum's asking him for a job, like go out and get a job, and Sean goes and gets a job working for a guy, well, an Indian guy, selling videos and selling electricity and that. He was the guy, I've also forgot to mention, he was the guy that was selling the sweets in the sweet shop in the film. That's what I'm saying, you've got to watch the film, and then it's like you watch the film first and then you watch the 2 series after that. So anyway, while Sean's working in the job, he's all made up, comes back home and goes, hey Ma, I've made a tenner. Comes back to the house, finds his mum sleeping with the guy that Sean's got the job for. So them two are sort of having a relationship together, and it pisses Sean off. So Sean like leaves for a few days, stays with Smell, this, that and the other. Now Woody and Lola, on the other hand, they're all on the bus with Lowell's sister, Kelly. Smell's there, and a couple of other people, and there's Milk, and there's Gadget, and then there's another lad with Woody, and then there's the other guy I've told you about, and then Combo's mate, because Combo's mate ends up hanging about with Woody. So they all go off, and then they're in this, it looks like a boozer, but it's not when you go inside, it's a registry office sort of thing. So where Lol and Woody are meant to get married, but things don't happen like that. Then what happens is Lol's dad comes back, and Lol's dad's a bit of a shady character. In one scene he's having sex with Lol and Kelly's mum, and while he's having sex he sees a woman and kids walk past, so he like doing something a bit dodgy about him there. But what he does, he also goes into his teen every morning. You see, while Kelly's asleep, he's sitting on a bed, and she's only like 15, 16. So your mind's wondering what's going to happen again. So, what actually happens with him is he's sitting there watching the football one night while his daughter, the mum, Lol, and everybody else are at the pub watching the footies, like the World Cup. And basically Kelly's best friend comes round, and she's sitting there waiting for Kelly, and she's going like, I've got to get off now. She wasn't feeling comfortable, and then he started saying, take your coat off, have a beer, this, that and the other. Now things don't go to plan, and she ends up getting raped by Kelly and Lol's dad, which is very upsetting to watch because it wasn't very nice. And also what happened in This Is England 86 is, while Woody's working all the time, he ends up getting his promotion, and Lol ends up cheating on him with Milk. So, and then Combo comes back and is found drunk in Sean goes to Sean's house and ends up kipping at Sean's, and then finds out that Combo's mum's just died. And also Sean and Smell end up getting together, which is very nice. And basically the last scene is after Combo's mum dies, he goes and looks for Lol. Now on the other hand, because of Kelly's mate getting raped by Lol's and Kelly's dad, she ends up confiding into Lol. Now Lol's waiting in the living room and he's getting off because he knows something's right, something's being said, and she's in the living room waiting. And there's a struggle, and Lol ends up killing her dad because Lol's dad raped Kelly's friend, and he tried to rape her in the room, and it all came about that Lol being sexually abused by her dad since childhood. And then Combo comes in after seeing what Lol had done, and he took the rap for it was manslaughter. He ends up going to jail for manslaughter. So that's the gist of what happened in This Is England 86. Now, the last part of it all, This Is England 88, the shocking thing that happens is when Milk and Lol got together, Lol ended up getting pregnant and having a baby girl called Lisa, which was Milk's. And Gadget's buddy, can't remember his name, he's got a new girlfriend, and there's an iconic scene where Milk comes in the pub and says, and he says, hey, don't come near me, bird, you might get her pregnant. And then Lol struggles with motherhood, and she ends up turning to God for inspiration. There's a scene where she goes to midnight mass on Christmas Eve because it's set around Christmas Eve. And then Woody, on the other hand, because he found out that Lisa wasn't his, he ends up he got his promotion at work, and he gets a new girlfriend called Jennifer, and she's really posh, and she's moved in with him, and all the family are like, oh, she's the best girlfriend you've ever had and everything. And then they go out for the night meal on the Christmas Eve, and then when he sees the gang, he goes livid. because he wants to take her to this cafe, his new girlfriend, and then he goes into milk, beats milk up and everything. It's just crazy. And also in this, Sean and Shell are together, but at the end they don't get back together. There's something that happens, and it's all around because Sean goes to college and he's in this play, and he's got the lead role with this other girl called Faye, and they have to kiss in a certain scene, and it pissed Smell off. So she forgive him for that. But when Faye had an after party in a house, and Smell went to look for Sean to try and patch things up. And what Smell didn't realise is when she went into Faye's bedroom, there's Sean and Faye having it off of each other. So Smell really didn't like that, and then Sean goes back and says to his screaming, saying to his mum, I've ruined her, I've ruined everything, this, that and the other. Lol also goes to see Combo in prison, and she thanks him for sacrificing there enough for her, and he's like, that's alright. And then the final scene is Kelly and a friend, the one that got raped by Kelly's dad, they comes up the bedroom because Kelly's friend loves Lisa. She dotes on Lisa, something terrible. But you'll see if you do watch This Is England 88. And then the next thing is Lola sprawled on the bed. She took an overdose and left a suicide note where in the note she said that she killed her dad, explained why she killed her dad, or everything come out in this letter. And basically, she was rushed to hospital. She had to have her stomach pumped. You saw the graphic image of her getting her stomach pumped, and Kelly's friend goes round to Woody's, explains to Woody, look, we didn't know what to do. We've been trying to call you all morning. Explain that Lol took an overdose. Them two are frantic, get to the hospital thinking that Lol had died. He's going all crazy, going, I'm sorry, Milk, and panicking over everything. And then in the end, the very last scene is you see Lola and Woody having a little talk, and Woody says to Lol, I'd love to meet Lisa. They have a little hug, and then that was it. So basically, I've give you a review on This Is England, I give you a review on This Is England 86, and This Is England 88. I hope you liked the review. I give 10 out of 10 for all three of them because they are amazing. Highly recommended. If you can get it, please get it. Watch it. It's just amazing. So, they are my reviews. I've done a 3-in-1 review for you, and it's took 18 minutes odd long. So, please stay gory and have unpleasant dreams. Ta-ta for now.